Esteban Gutierrez profile. Esteban Gutierrez has been fast-tracked through the junior ranks at a young age and has arrived in Formula One with solid credentials. Dubbed the Chosen One early in his career, he now has the opportunity to live up to his reputation with a race drive at Sauber. His racing career started in Rotax Max Karts in his native Mexico, where he quickly asserted himself as one of the country's most promising talents. He moved on to Formula BMW USA at the age of 16 and a year later became the Formula BMW Europe champion. In the intensely competitive Formula 3 Euro Series the following year he finished 9th overall, despite missing the first 4 rounds, and went on to test a BMW Sauber at the Young Driver Test at the end of the year. For 2010 he moved to GP3 and won the inaugural championship with 5 victories from 16 rounds. He was invited back for another day's testing at Sauber at the end of the year and was also announced as a reserve driver. While working closely with Sauber at race weekends in 2011, he competed in the GP2 series with Lotus Art and took 1 victory at the sprint race in Valencia. However, when Sauber needed a stand-in for Sergio Perez at the Canadian Grand Prix, Gutierrez was in Mexico and the job was given to the more experienced Pedro de la Rosa. Nevertheless, he was back in the Sauber at that year's Young Driver Test and completed 2 days behind the wheel. 2012 yielded 3 wins in GP2, but a series of hot-headed moments prevented him from mounting the serious challenge on the title. He finished 3rd in the standings by the end of the year, and with his Telmex backing behind him he was considered the perfect fit for a Sauber race drive in 2013. He made a slow start to his F1 career, but there were signs of a more well-rounded driver emerging. His 7th place finish in Japan secured him his only points of the year, but with Telmex extending their deal with the Swiss team it was enough to keep Gutierrez at the team in 2014. Strengths and weaknesses: he's undoubtedly quick, but the big question surrounding Gutierrez is whether he can consistently perform. In GP2 in 2012 he finished 3rd in the title chase, but rash on-track decisions from time to time arguably prevented him from mounting a bid for the title. Career high winning the GP3 series in dominant fashion only helped to cement his nickname as the Chosen One. Career low being overlooked as Sergio Perez's replacement for the 2011 Canadian Grand Prix despite being Sauber's reserve driver at the time. Quotes, "I'm totally aware how tough competition in F1 is. In GP2 I wasn't as consistent as I would have wished, but I rate 2012 as the most rewarding season of my career, because you learn from these experiences. It's been a family project to get to F1, requiring a lot of effort from all my brothers, my sisters, and especially my parents. My father was the one who made the initial investments in my career, and without him I wouldn't be here." Trivia: Gutierrez refused to cut his hair during the 2012 GP2 season because he believed it would bring bad luck.